I have way too much Sonic lore to go back to watching, and I'm not even joking. So let's go into the final 10 of my PubMeeple Top 100. A few things. If you watch my videos, please just subscribe. So many of you are not subscribed, and you're watching my videos. Just subscribe so you know when they come out. We post daily. We being me. This is my literal full-time job. Please support, like the video if you like what we do, and comment below what game you're most baffled from on my top 10. I would love to hear it, but I have some pretty, PubMeeple made some pretty classic picks for me. So let's go ahead and get into this so I can go back to watching my Sonic lore, and I'm laughing, but I'm not even joking right now. All right, so number 10, we have, drumroll please, Marvel Munchkin. Now, Munchkin's what got me into board gaming in general. I've been board gaming a little bit my entire life, Risk, Monopoly, Twister, if you want to call it a board game, and a few others, but in 2016, whenever my friend Ashley Harold actually got me into board gaming, which I'm hanging out with again this weekend. We haven't talked in years, so it's pretty cool to reconnect like that. We played a game called Munchkin. I played with her family and a couple friends, and I fell in love. I was like, this game is hilarious, and it ended in the most absurd way with the final guy at level 9, who was like way too overpowered, opened the door, and then like he had a card who was like just defeat the next monster in the door, basically. And he flipped it, and it was level 1 pot. He knocked over a pot, and he won. And that was the most absurd thing, and I love it. It was a great time. And then I'm a huge comic book guy, so I was collecting comic books at my local comic book store, Cosmic Comics in East Colonial, back when it was at Fashion Square Mall. And I saw a Marvel version. I'm like, okay, I like the game, and I love comic books. So we combined it, and then they had a phase 2 set, then they had phase 3, then a phase 4. And it was cool, so I have all the expansions, not all the promos, missing the Affinity Gauntlet, but other than that, I have all the promos, all the expansions. And I really do respect Munchkin for what it is, and it got me into board gaming, got me into where I am. Not the whole way, but it got me a long way. I had Marvel, I had Munchkin, what's it called? I had Munchkin leagues, for the record. Like, me and my friends got together, we all had a bunch of different versions of Munchkin. There were 3 of us, and we kept track of how many wins we had in a year. Every January we reset, and we'd play. We had like Adventure Time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Rick and Morty, X-Men, Marvel, the X-Men, and just a few others as well. Like, it was a good time. And I love it for what it is, and I respect it for what it is. I don't care what anyone else to say. Moving on, we have Arks at number 9. Now, this was a surprising way for it. I think it's because I included the Blighted Reach. With the Blighted Reach, it makes sense in my top 20. Not so sure if it makes sense if it's in my top 10. Same thing with Marvel Munchkin. I don't know if it would be in my top 10, ironically enough. So, PubMeeple, you have some explaining to do. Arks is a good game. Blighted Reach is a better game by far. And I do like Arks, which just means that Blighted Reach, it's a fantastic expansion. It's a great mini campaign experience that we play in like 1 or 2 days, and I would love to do it again pretty soon. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know if they'd both be my top 10, but they're both definitely in my top 30 easily. Next up, we have number 8, which is Root. Arks I like a lot. Root I love a little bit more just because it's less random. The action section in Arks can get kind of frustrating. And in the campaign format, it's more balanced. In the base game, it's like, dang it. It's still fun. The asymmetry is not as high, even with the Leaders and Lore expansion, mini expansion that came out with Arks. But Root, the full asymmetry is very respective. I want to do a full video detailing like the game design behind it, the game mechanics, and how like each and every faction is entirely different and all more so balanced in its own way. It's probably the most fleshed out game I've ever seen. And again, I do this full time, so I've seen a lot of games. Yeah, Root is probably the most impressive game I've ever seen in my entire life. Top 10 makes perfect sense. I don't know if it actually fit in there with all the games I've been playing recently, but top 10 makes sense. I'll say that much. Number 7, I think it's a little bit too high, but Moonrakers. Rest in peace, Moonrakers. And the reason why I say rest in peace is, if you don't know, I do board game events in Central Florida. I get like 100, 150 people every single event, which has been fantastic. And in December of this year, someone stole my Moonrakers copy, which is like a deluxe edition from Kickstarter, and it was really sad. One of the saddest things that's happened in the business so far. Just because, you know, like you give it stuff to the community, it's free event, we let people come, hang out, have a great time. And there's always some sour Nancy Nelly that takes some stuff. We've had some thefts happen, but this one was the one that hurt the most because we really did play this game relentlessly. I showed so many people this game. It's by far one of my favorite games. Top 20, 100%. So, yeah, if you're ever looking to get rid of a Moonrakers copy, hit me up. Moving forward, we have number 6. Number 6, we have Libertalia. The, not sequel, but the reboot, whatever you want to call it. Libertalia, the Wind of Gale Crest. Now, this game it was one produced by Stonemaier Games, not the base version. I liked the art. I liked the game. I like the cloudy side where everything's kind of crazier in general. The relics are a lot worse. Some of the stuff is better. And that's why Stockpile was actually designed similar to this. If you don't know, we have a game on Kickstarter right now called Stockpile, where it's another simultaneous action selection game where people are going, claiming items and coming back. This one's more set collection, though, and pair fulfillment. And now we're adding recipe fulfillment to it, more so than Libertalia. Libertalia is a more complex game by far, but it does have some of the same vibes to it. If you want to check that out, it's on Kickstarter. Find the link in the description below. But Libertalia, it's a great game. I don't like the two-player mode for it, personally. I just don't like it that much. I don't like how the tiebreaker matters way too much in the game. But overall, 3+, I think it's a great game. I think it's one of the best games out of 6 players. Available to it. Very simple, very easy. It can be quick if people know what they're doing. They don't take too long to choose and decide what they're doing. But I overall had to have a great time with Libertalia, no matter who I'm playing with. I've quite literally played with an 8-year-old who doesn't know what he was doing, but he put cards down because he liked the characters, and that added a level of chaos, which was fun, and he still made all the decisions, so it's like having an unpredictable player. And he didn't get last place either. He was doing decently the entire game until the last 2 rounds. He just completely sank, and I'm not surprised. I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier. But Libertalia, I would say, could be top 10, most likely top 20. But it is a very impressive game, and Stonemaier did a great job with their retheme, rebrand, whatever it might be. Not really retheme, but they did change it a significant amount. And I do enjoy the changes. I'll say that much. So that's a great number 6. Now we're at number 5, and if you guys don't know me, I'm a huge negotiation guy. I don't like social elements too much, but negotiation's a great one, and Zoo Vadis does it perfectly. The fact that in Zoo Vadis, the primary game entirely is just it's just negotiation. Everyone starts off with an asymmetric ability. The whole game, you're trying to get the most amount of money from deals and fill up I don't know what it's called, but the top of the zoo. Because you're trying to vote for yourself and get votes along the path of the zoo. All the way to get inside the top ranking of the zoo. And when the top ranking of the zoo is filled up fully, the game will immediately end. No finish the round or everyone else gets a turn, whatever it is. Game immediately ends, and then whoever's in the zoo, in the top section of the zoo, will be able to be eligible to win the game. And then whoever's most money out of them will win. So for instance, if you never even got all the way to the top, but you have the most amount of money, doesn't matter. You didn't get to the top, so you're not eligible to win, run for president kind of thing. And then depending on how early you got to the zoo, that's a tiebreaker. So very simple, very fun, very open-ended. I played it with 3 people relentlessly, and I had a great time. Most of us had a great time in that game. It's a great, fantastic negotiation game. Can't speak higher about it. This makes sense for being top 10. It can be quick. It can be 90 minutes. I would truly say it takes max an hour if you're playing with under 5 people, even with first timers, because it's a pretty simple thing. You either place someone on the board or you try to move up and you call for a vote. As long as people aren't waiting like Catan, who wants my sheep? Who wants my sheep? And no one does, and they're not moving on, then the game will go pretty quickly. But if you have a player like that, someone has to be on his butt saying, hey, anyone want it? No, move on. Just don't be rude about it, which people can be 100% in this game, but it's very fun, can be very streamlined, and I do respect this game 100%. I'd love to see more games like it. So if you know any true negotiation games, let me know, because I really don't know any that are even remotely like this one personally. Moving on. Number 4, we have Dune Imperium. Dune Imperium, I have not played Uprising, but I have played this with the Rise of Ix expansion and then one other expansion. I have a great time with this game. I think it is a very interesting game that combines a lot of aspects that I enjoy. I love worker placement. I love resource management. I love deck building. I like the theme. I don't really know anything about Dune. I'm a huge Omni nerd, so I'm a nerd about everything, but I've never gone into Star Trek, never gone into Dune. The only thing I really know about Dune is from the game and also from Chuck, the TV show. Really respect Chuck and what it does for nerd culture as a whole. That actor, Zachary Levi, I believe, he fantastic, and I can't wait to meet him in person. He's done a lot for nerd culture as a whole. Not even with Shazam, which he's the lead actor in, as Shazam, but he's done a great job for just nerd culture. Same thing as Felicia Day. I didn't even get to it, but Felicia Day has done the same thing, and so has Will Wheaton. There we go, and a lot of others as well. But those are the ones that come to the top of my mind for celebrities who have done a ton for nerd culture as a whole. Anyways, I don't know where I got to this. Dune Imperium's a great game. Does a great job with the deck building. I would argue it probably has the perfect amount of pull, the draw ability, because in a lot of deck builders, you just go for draw and you win. That's my strat in almost every deck builder, and I win that one. If you call Lost Ruins Arnak a deck builder, I'm going to fight you. I will fight you in a parking lot. I will hold that till the day I die. Don't call that game a deck builder. Too many people are like, oh, well, it's technically, shut up. Yes, it's worker placement, and yeah, you have a deck, and technically you add to it. But you don't, like, it's nowhere near deck builder, truly. Not in the essence of what deck building is. People need to consider the essence of what it is, not truly just technically speaking. I know we're nerds, but like that, let's not do that, okay? Don't do that to me, please. I will throw hands over this. But long story short, Dune Imperium is a great game. Caught me immediately. I talked to so many people and they said there was the #1 game. I played with them, and truly it's been a great time ever since. That's number 4. I don't know why I said that was. That's number 4. Next up, we have Ark Nova at number 3. This one is very true. Like, this one I could say is top 5 most likely. I'm a huge fan of Zoo Tycoon, and I never noticed till someone said it to me, that this is basically Zoo Tycoon the board game. However, I do really want to play and own and buy Zoo Tycoon the board game. If you have anyone who's trying to get rid of it for like $10, let me know. I'll get it for more, obviously, but like, if someone wants to trade it for like in-store credit, let me know. I will be right on that one. But Ark Nova is a fantastic, fun experience where it's really the true definition of resource management, but you can really build up some interesting turns and making sure you can go like boom, boom, bang, bop, boom, and just, oh, I got 20 coins with this, so I did a nice build, so I can play this card to get 10 more coins, which allows me to do the conservation action, which lets me do a research here, which lets me get my second worker, which lets me get science, which lets me get, like, it's not action chainy, but it allows you, each step can unlock a new step for you if you do it properly. You have to take some fat losses sometimes in certain regards. Like, okay, I have to do a level 1 action twice sometimes just so I can do this one at level 5, and next one level 5, level 5, level 5. I've only won that game about 2 times maybe. I have a great time no matter what. If I get last place, it was a fun day. This is one of the games where, like, no matter how hard it was, no matter how frustrating the whole thing was, I have never had a bad experience, even in my first game, which took like 4 hours with 4 people. Ended up being one of my first board games in the space, like officially. So yeah, Ark Nova. Honestly, if I could say 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. This is one of the only ones I think I'd ever say 10 out of 10 to. I know other people are like, oh, 10 games, 40 games I give 10 out of 10 to. Dear God, I couldn't do that with more than maybe 5. And like 10 if I'm being way too generous. And I don't want to do that. But I can say 100% this game would most likely be 10 out of 10 if I were to give that out. Ark Nova. And I can't wait for the card game type thing they're doing in the 3D models. I'm so excited for all that stuff. Next up, number 2. Wormspan, and this is incorrect. I love Stonemaier. I love Wormspan. Top 20, easily. Number 2? I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Good game. Fixes a lot of problems I had with Wingspan. Best game out of the Span trilogy for me, 100%, because Wingspan was a little bit too easy, a little too restrictive, a little too random. Finspan is a lot easier than the Wingspan and not really as satisfying. Wormspan with the guild track and your actions are actually your coins. As long as you go for coins, you get more actions. It's building up all the actions and playing out all your cave cards and all your dragons, allowing for a lot more expansion and depending on what you want to do, and the cards interact with each other without any kind of need for take that, but also having a little bit of that race element with the guild track. Great game. Great game. Top 20, 100%, possibly even top 10, not number 2. Not number 2. I don't know what number 2 would be, not number 2. Like, again, I like Ark Nova more than this, so that's what I'm saying. This is the PubMeeple list. It's not a Daniel Rains list. Daniel Rains will have his own top 100 very soon. Probably after Dice Tower Eats. If you're going to be at Dice Tower Eats, look for me, hit me up. I'm doing a special event around there, so definitely look for me at that. And find me on Facebook, because I'm going to be posting my event there. But moving on, last one. Everyone knows this one if you watch my channel. If you haven't watched my channel, go ahead. If you have not seen me and other things I do, go ahead and subscribe, because you would know this answer if you're a true fan. Comment below if you know what the answer is right now, because you should know at this point. I've talked about way too much. Way too much. It is Bring Drama's Edge, without question. And it took me a long time to admit that, because I don't want to be basic. I love Dwellings of Eldervale. It wasn't necessarily number 1, but it could have been. It was contested. It was like top 5. And Drama's Edge. And weirdly enough, I don't know if it's a 10 out of 10 board game, truly. But I don't know how you could fix it. With the expansion coming out, I don't know how they're going to fix it, like what they're going to do to add to it. I'm going to get it. No questions. Caravan Alchemy has done a fantastic job with this game. I actually am not even a huge fan of all their games. Like, Critter Kitchens is a pretty good game. I personally don't like Flamecraft. It's a little bit too simple for me. And like, I like the art, but like, and Drama's Edge killed it. Absolutely. Like, I'm not a fanboy for many things, but Drama's Edge I'll play any day of the week. I'll pull out, I'll sit down, I'll teach, I'll play 5, I'll play 6, I'll play back to back. I'll run it back easily. Have a great time with this game, like every time. And I play with some quality people. I've never played with anyone other than my core gaming group, but I want to. And I can't wait to teach people. I can't wait to sleeve my game fully and like punch this out. Well, it's already been punched and all that stuff. I have the deluxe edition because Caravan Alchemy sent it to me. But I already did my videos before they even sent it to me. Them sending it to me was kind of like a cherry on the cake. And I don't think I'll even sell or trade that game because it's one of the games I fell in love with. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why I would ever give that up. Even with the business being like on its last leg, I don't think I'd give that up. I don't think I'd sell that for like $150. That's a personal thing. But that's everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you. If you've seen all top 100, look at the other. If you don't know, go to the playlist that's connected to this. See all 100 games. We changed the video style a lot, so please forgive me. We just get better with every video we record, which is why we try to record daily. I had a great time with this list. I disagree with almost all the games they gave me in this. Like, I don't believe a lot of these games should even be my top 100 or even be like in the order they are. But this one I can 100% say is proper. Make sure to subscribe if I haven't said it before. Go check out our campaign stockpile in the description of this video to support the channel and what we do. You can give like $1. It doesn't even matter. Just having the backers, having the word of mouth, having everyone else be part of this has really assisted the Caravan. And I really want to hit $1,000 so we can do like a solo mode and some other stuff for the channel. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Thank you for everyone for being part of this. Thanks for all the publishers for watching. And I hope to see you at the table soon. If you can be at Death Star East, drop a comment. I want to see you guys there. Peace out. Have a great day. God bless. And I hope to see you at the table soon.